Good afternoon, everyone. Oh, that's pretty dry. Come on, guys. We're music lovers, we're band heads, and we love all things sound. So good afternoon, everyone. Good afternoon. Much better, thank you. I'm Jolene Butts Freeman. I serve as the Associate Vice President of Communications and Media Relations here at Clark University. I am the first female drum major in the history of Clark College and Clark University. And I am a proud CAU Mighty Marching Panther, and I am a proud CAU concert band alumna.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. I am Paul Hobson, a proud 2011 alum at CAU, and also a former member of the CAU Mighty Marching Panthers, as well as the CAU Philharmonic Society. And I also do currently serve as the president of the CAU Alumni Music Association, as well as a proud member of Kappa Kappa Psi National Honorary Band Fraternity Incorporated.
So we're so happy to see so many of you today to celebrate Dr. Alfred D. Wyatt Sr., the father, the professor, the band director, the musician, the man, and the legend.
Absolutely, Jolene. Dr. Wyatt meant so much to many of us in this room today. And before we start with our program, we must first do things decent and in order, just like Dr. Wyatt would. I would like to read a scripture, offer a prayer. I want to read a scripture from the book of Isaiah, chapter 43, verses 18 through 20. And it reads, I remember ye not the former things, neither consider the things of old. Behold, I will do a new thing. Now it shall spring forth. Shall ye not know it? I will even make a way in the wilderness and rivers in the desert. Let's all pray. Dear Lord, thank you for gathering us here today, for today is the day that the Lord has made, for we will rejoice and be glad in it. We also are aware that this day would not happen if had you not intervened in the midst.
Yes.
So we continue to please guide us in truth, guide us in happiness, and guide us in joy. And please help us to execute this program in your way, but not our way alone. And it's with Jesus' name we all pray. Amen.
Amen. Thank you, Paul. We're going to move right into our program with a welcome by Mr. Philip Davis, the chair of Clark Atlanta's Department of Music.
Good afternoon. How's everybody? To the executive branch, music department, faculty, and staff, past and present, to the Philharmonic Society, to the Mighty Marching Panthers, the Alumni Music Association, and the Metropolitan Atlanta Community Band. My name is Phil Davis, interim chair of the music department here. And we are celebrating a great man. We're here for a great event of a man of music. And I have very fond memories of Dr. Alfred Wyatt during my time here at Clark Atlanta. From being in every ensemble that they had for the love of music and because I needed scholarship money. So, as of all of us too. And because Clark it's never been cheap. So, I'm just saying, to watch him drive up in his yellow convertible Mercedes and to get great advice on how to lead and support a band that would help me through my career. So this is a great setting to see all of this music. Dr. Wyatt would have wanted to be surrounded by music as he always was. So welcome again and enjoy yourselves. Have a great time.
Thank you, Mr. Davis. Next, we have Mr. Prentice Scott, the treasurer of the CAU Alumni Music Association, to bring the purpose of today's program.
Good evening. Ladies and gentlemen, esteemed guests, and cherished members of the Clark Atlanta University community. My name is Prentice Scott. I serve as the treasurer of the Clark Atlanta University Alumni Music Association. I am a 2011 graduate of Clark Atlanta University from the music department. I'm a music educator, former drum major of the Mighty Marching Panther Band, member of the Beta Psi chapter of Omega Psi Phi Fraternity Incorporated, as well as an Iota Tau chapter of Kappa Kappa Psi National Honorary Band Fraternity Incorporated. Today's event serves as a heartfelt tribute to the life and contributions of Dr. Alfred Wyatt, celebrating his unparalleled impact on the Clark University Department of Music and the wider community. It also aims to honor his legacy of excellence, foster a sense of unity among alumni and friends, and inspire ongoing support for music education at Clark University. The Music Alumni Association is humbled by the opportunity to honor a man who exemplified unwavering dedication, passion, and excellence. Dr. Wyatt's journey from humble beginnings to becoming the first drum major of Clark College is emblematic of his profound impact as an educator, musician, and fraternity brother. Today, let us not only celebrate his remarkable achievements, but also reaffirm our collective commitment to preserving his legacy of integrity, service, and musical excellence for generations to come. Dr. Wyatt's name will continue to resonate with our hearts and minds, inspiring us to strive for excellence and unity in all that we do. Thank you.
Next, we will hear from a nationally respected choral ensemble that has performed for noted figures to include Nelson Mandela, Quincy Jones, Jeffrey Osborne, Ambassador Andrew Young, and recently garnered national attention performing for the NBA All-Star Game. As they come forward, you guys, I really want y'all to give a round of applause for this group and everyone that you see this evening, because playing a musical instrument is not easy. Singing is not easy. Have you ever heard somebody off key? Yeah. So give them a round of applause. Y'all, please stand. We're going to have the Clark Atlanta University Philharmonic Society to sing Lift Every Voice and Sing.
it up one more time for the CAU Philharmonic Society under the direction of Miss Garnetta Penn. Yes. Such a beautiful arrangement. Brings back a lot of memories of myself being in the Philharmonic Society, singing those arrangements under Mr. Glenn Halsey. So thank you again for the CAU Philharmonic Society. So next we will have our presentations from Mrs. Mary Frances Early, the former chair of the CAU Department of Music and honorary doctorate degree recipient, to the stage for a special presentation.
Good afternoon. I am so proud and so honored that we are celebrating the life and legacy of my friend and colleague, Dr. Alfred D. Wyatt, Sr. I want you to know that I have known Dr. Wyatt for a very long time. You can look at me and my gray hair and tell that I was almost, not quite as old as he, but almost. When I graduated from Clark College in 1957, and I actually came to play with the band when I was a senior at Turner High School. And he invited me to the Black Band Directors Association because at that time, the music associations were segregated. He wanted me to pursue my dream, which was to become a music educator like him, and to be a female band director. And I say that because you probably don't know, but back then in '57, there weren't many women. There were two of us, one white and one black, and that was me. I always was sort of out of the box, but he encouraged me. Alfred also was a true music educator because he went to all of the music conferences. We went together most of the times, and sometimes with other music teachers, but we went to state conferences, divisional conferences, national conferences. And when I became the first black president of the Georgia Music Educators Association, he was the chair of the Minority Concerns. And he even took that to the national level, and we had sessions there. Then when Alfred started this band 25 years ago, a little over 25 years, I was one of the, I guess there were about 25 musicians, and I was one of those because I followed him and tried to help him, but he was the founder of this organization. And he was so proud to have a band. They call themselves the busiest band in Atlanta, and they are. They just finished a big February Black History Week series of programs. And I am so proud of them because I was once one of them. I also served as the secretary of the board and was a grant writer. And thank goodness there are others now who take on that task. But Alfred started in the elementary schools. He taught elementary, and then he went to Price High School and developed a top-notch high school band. So his students even now talk about him because he was such a wonderful influence on hundreds of students. I also worked with him in the Atlanta Public Schools. When I was coordinator or director of music, Alfred was a music resource teacher. And then he started climbing. He became an assistant principal. And when he finally, before he retired, he was the assistant superintendent of the secondary division. So we go back a long way. And I was inspired by him and by his dedication to music education. Because you see, it's been said that when he was at Clark College, well before me, I think about 7 or 8 years, he was the first drum major. And he also played French horn, and I think his son followed in his footsteps with the French horn. So he influenced even his own family. And I think Gina was in the band also. But Alfred went from being a teacher to an administrator to an activist in terms of helping to make equity possible among music educators in Georgia and beyond. And this band has traveled not only, they perform not only in the metro Atlanta area, but they've even gone to Washington, D.C., and to many places beyond the boundaries of Atlanta. So Alfred and I both had a vision of music education being so important. Important because it gives you more. It gives you more than just music. It gives you life lessons. And I sang in the Philharmonic as well as played in the band, and so did he. But when you look at all of the accomplishments that he has made, it makes me proud that he had the vision to appoint assistant directors, associate directors, Mr. Curtis Birdsong, and also Vanderbilt Moody and Alan Ward, because he wanted this band to continue. You see, many of these players are also music educators. Some are professional musicians. And what a gift to Atlanta. Like Alfred, I am looking forward to music education as a degree being reinstated here at Clark Atlanta University. Because yes, I did chair the department from 1997 until 2005. And music education was taken out along with some other things. But we need music education. And this is a place where we can get it started again with your help. Those of you who attended the memorial service for Dr. Wyatt might remember that I said in my remarks that we should establish a scholarship in his name to keep his legacy going so that younger students will know who he is and who he was. And now, as of today, I can tell you that we are moving toward that goal. I have a wonderful group of a team who's working with me toward that goal. I'm going to ask them to stand. Arletta Brinson, Dr. Arletta Brinson. Dana Pace, who was one of my former band students, but he's now at university. And of course, Dr. Alfred Wyatt Jr. and his sister Gina. Now, we could not do this without help from Clark Atlanta University, and we have many administrators and staff members who are working with us. So I want to tell you, keep your eyes and ears open. We hope to get email addresses. It will be on social media, and we are working toward the goal of a $50,000 scholarship that will be invested so it will be in perpetuity for band students here at Clark Atlanta University. And we're on the road. It's getting there, and we'll let you know a little later how you can help. I hope that you will want to join in this venture because it's the best way that we can honor a wonderful man. Thank you.
Thank you, Dr. Early, for that amazing presentation.
At this time, would all CAU alumni, former members of the CAU Mighty Marching Panthers and CAU Concert Band, brass ensemble as well, please stand. So if you are ever in the band at any given time at Clark Atlanta, please stand. Keep standing. Look at that. So on behalf of the Clark Atlanta University Alumni Relations Office, Dr. Lori Sadler, I'll read as follows. Whereas alumnus Alfred D. Wyatt Sr. graduated from Clark College in 1950 with a Bachelor of Arts in Music, Miss Early, and from Atlanta University in 1986 with a Doctorate of Education in Administration and Supervision, And whereas, while as a student at Clark College, alumnus Alfred D. Wyatt Sr. distinguished himself academically, he was a charter member of the Clark College Marching Panthers, where he became their first drum major and was initiated into the Omega Psi Phi Fraternity Incorporated. And whereas alumnus Alfred D. Wyatt Sr. was a lifelong educator, musician, he taught and was a music resource administrator for Atlanta Public Schools. He became an associate superintendent in area offices and the secondary division of Atlanta Public Schools before his retirement in 1996. And he served as band director and adjunct music professor at Clark College and Clark Atlanta University. Y'all, Dr. Wyatt was busy. Whereas alumnus Wyatt's illustrious music career and proficiency as a French hornist led him to become one of the first African Americans to play for the Atlanta Symphony Orchestra. He established the Metropolitan Atlanta Community Band, known as MACB, designated to enhance the lives of underserved children and adults. He was a national chair of the Omega Psi Phi Talent Hunt, a recipient of the Distinguished Omega Psi Phi Man of the Year Award, a CAU Spirit of Greatness honoree, and conferred CAU Band Director Emeritus. And whereas alumnus Alfred D. Wyatt's legacy lives on through his son, Dr. Alfred D. Wyatt Jr., and his daughter, Gina E. Wyatt, two granddaughters, Dr. Charlie E. Wyatt and Dr. Nina N. Wyatt, granddaughter. Y'all hear that legacy, doctor. Yeah. I just want to know if you're following me here. Great-granddaughter London Messick, his brothers of Omega Psi Phi Fraternity Incorporated, and a host of family and friends, and the Clark Atlanta University community on which he made such an indelible mark. And whereas the entire Clark Atlanta University community is deeply saddened by his passing away, but we loved him dearly, and that is why we are here. Therefore, be it resolved, President George T. French Jr., the Board of Trustees, the faculty, and the staff, the alumni and students hereby celebrate the life of Dr. Alfred D. Wyatt here on Sunday, March 10th, 2024. President George T. French Jr. and Dr. Lori Sadler, our Vice President of Alumni Affairs.
So next we will have Mr. Rick Joyner, an inductee into the National Broadcasters Hall of Fame and host of Jazz 91.9 WCLK's Serenade to the City Radio Show, to join us on this program.
Good afternoon, everyone. I am so excited and honored to be asked to be a part of this very important, incredible program. I have a saying, you may have heard it before: every day that we live, we're working on our dash. And the size of that dash, that's the dash that's gonna be on the headstone between the year that you were born and the year that you died. And the size of that dash depends on what you do while you're here. Dr. Wyatt's dash was huge. The impact that his life had on so many is just very present here today. You can't help but feel it, to hear people talk about all of the wonderful, incredible things that he did while he was here. I believe that musicians, singers, or instrument players are among the smartest people in the world. And if you know what music does to the brain and what it does to the heart and the spirit, then you will agree with me. All of you that were just standing a few minutes ago, you're some of the smartest people in Atlanta. You have to be, because of the impact of the music. I am a direct recipient of the benefits. I walked in and they were warming up and I started having flashbacks and chills from when I played percussion from 6th grade all the way through college. I hadn't played in a while, but they kind of make me want to brush off my sticks and my mallets. If you got an opening for percussion, it's just, let me. But the music is incredible. And when Dr. Wyatt established this community band, first playing at Greenbrier Mall and South DeKalb Mall for free, and they continue to play for free, it's very important that you understand the impact of that. Because not only are the musicians benefiting from being musicians, but exposing those that come and see them play and hear them play, giving them that exposure, it's just incredible. And to be still playing, I mean, I'm looking at them, I'm like, my age fits right in there, I think. You know, I think I might be able to join these cats. Yeah, I'm coming. It's just incredible. And they've done some wonderful performances over the years, including playing at the Martin Luther King Jr. Memorial and the Air Force Memorial in Washington, D.C. during the Memorial Day celebration in, I believe it was 2015. And all of the wonderful places they've been able to travel and share the incredible gift of music. It is my honor to present to you the hardest working community band in show business. Everybody put your hands together and welcome the Metropolitan Atlanta Community Band.
This man was going through the neighborhood, says, "What's your name, little boy?" He said, "John." He said, "John, you want to go to heaven?" He said, "Yes, sir." He said, "Little girl, what's your name?" She said, "Mary." He said, "Mary, you want to go to heaven?" "Yes, sir." "Son, what's your name?" "Sam." "Sam, you want to go to heaven?" He said, "No, sir." He said, "Me, you don't want to go to heaven when you die?" He said, "Oh, I thought you were trying to get up a load now." Brother Wyatt has gone to heaven. I'm going to sing this spiritual Ride Up in a Chariot. But see, you have to be good to get on board. And I know Brother Wyatt in his band. I know him at Allen Temple Church where he sang in the choir. And I know him in the greatest fraternity in the universe in Omega Psi Phi. And I've seen all of the good works that he has done. So I know that he jumped in that chariot because he qualified. So if we want to meet Brother Wyatt, then we need to do like Wyatt. We need to be good enough to ride the chariot. Want to ride up in the chariot sooner in the morning. Ride up in the chariot sooner in the morning. Ride up in the chariot sooner in the morning, and I hope I'll join the band. Oh Lord, have mercy on me. Oh Lord, have mercy on me. Oh Lord, have mercy on me, and I hope I'll join the band. Want to walk and talk with Jesus sooner in the morning. Walk and talk with Jesus sooner in the morning. Walk and talk with Jesus sooner in the morning, and I hope I'll join the band. Oh Lord, have mercy on me. Oh Lord, have mercy on me. Oh hope I'll join the band. Want to chatter with the angels sooner in the morning, chatter with the angels sooner in the morning, chatter with the angels sooner in the morning, and I hope I'll join the band. Oh Lord, have mercy on me. Oh Lord, have mercy on me. Oh Lord, have mercy on me, and I hope I'll join the band. Lord, have mercy. Lord, have mercy. Lord, have mercy, and I hope I'll join the band. Right in the morning, oh my Lord. Right.
Please give one more round of applause to the Metro Atlanta Community Band. Thank you so much. Next, we will have a presentation from the men of Omega Psi Phi Fraternity Incorporated, followed by the presentation from the charter members of Kappa Kappa Psi National Honorary Band Fraternity Incorporated.
Dr. Alfred Wyatt Sr. was an educator, musician, mentor, and an icon at Clark Atlanta University and the city of Atlanta as well. Dr. Wyatt was born in Atlanta, Georgia, and was a product of the Atlanta Public Schools. He graduated from the historic Booker T. Washington High School in Atlanta, Georgia. After graduating from high school, Dr. Wyatt enrolled at Clark College, where he ultimately received his degree in 1950. In that same year, Dr. Wyatt was forced to place his career goals on hold as he was drafted into the United States Army. However, by the end of his tour, he received a diploma from the Naval School of Music in Washington, D.C. Subsequently, in 1956, Dr. Wyatt received a Master in Music Education from Vander Cook College of Music in Chicago, Illinois. Dr. Wyatt went on to receive another master's degree in Administration and Supervision in 1985 and a doctorate in 1986 from Atlanta University. In 1946, Dr. Wyatt became Clark College's first drum major and later band leader of the year. The consummate educator was a high school teacher, band director, department chair, javelin coach, project coordinator, music resource instructor, and an associate superintendent. Dr. Wyatt was a musician through and through. He was one of the first African Americans to perform with the Atlanta Symphony Orchestra. Dr. Wyatt was also instrumental in students having the opportunity to perform with the symphony. Brother Wyatt crossed the burning sands on December 17, 1947, into the Beta Psi chapter of Omega Psi Phi Fraternity Incorporated. Over 75 years of service to Omega and the university will live on in the grand legacy of this giant.
So next we'll have the charter members of Kappa Kappa Psi National Honorary Band Fraternity Incorporated.
Good evening. Dr. Alfred Wyatt, our most adored and beloved band director, meant so much to so many people. He literally educated thousands and helped thousands more young African Americans get their college educations by providing scholarships. Is it time for me to stop already? He recruited me, along with Dr. James Patterson, who was here, from Frederick Douglass High School. My band director from Frederick Douglass High School is here when I was just 17 years old. Although I was a dual degree major, mathematics and electrical engineering, many fellow students thought that I was a music major because I spent so much time in the band programs at CAU, including the brass ensemble. And for all intents and purposes, it's because of Dr. Wyatt recruiting both myself and my wife, the mistress of ceremony, from rival high schools at that we met, fell in love, got married, and have 2 beautiful souls to brag on. Dr. Wyatt was a once-in-a-generation leader and educator. He was soft-spoken but firm. He was benevolent, warm-hearted. He encouraged us and had a great sense of humor. He challenged us all not to just be the best musicians that we could be, but to be the best human beings that we could be. The Dr. Wyatt lesson that I still carry with me daily is to accentuate the positive. Just recently, on February 7, 2024, we celebrated our 31st anniversary as Kappa Kappa Psi Honorary Band Fraternity Iota Tau Chapter here at Clark Atlanta University. The visionary, inspiration, supporter, leader, and financial backer was none other than Dr. Alfred Wyatt.
Hi, I'm Jerry Ellis. I have some memories to share and thank yous. I thank Dr. Wyatt for choosing me to represent CAU by becoming a charter member of Iota Tau Chapter, a Kappa Kappa Psi National Honorary Band Fraternity Incorporated. I appreciate Dr. Wyatt for always being so caring, kind, and understanding of my personal needs, such as being self-conscious of getting the dance moves right on the field. So I thank you, Dr. Wyatt, for putting me on sousaphone. And he said, don't worry about it, just don't move around as much.
Hi, I'm Glenn Purdue. Let me say this. It was not originally my intention to go to an HBCU. It was my intention to go to the college that accepted me, which was New England Conservatory of Music in Boston. And I went there for 2 years and had to leave after completing 2 years because we all know this already, it was way too expensive to stay. And so I came back to Atlanta and worked for a year. The first person who contacted me from Clark Atlanta University was Dr. Alfred Wyatt. And he talked to me about coming to Clark Atlanta, and I'm like, well, I could go to Clark Atlanta, but I'm thinking about, checking out some other places. And he said, you could get an academic scholarship if you come to Clark Atlanta University. And while he didn't personally pull any strings for me to get the scholarship, of course, I had to pull as many strings that I could personally pull on my own, which is why I believe in the motto, I'll find a way or make one. He was the reason I came to Clark Atlanta University. And years after graduating and years after being in the educational world and the professional world, I don't rep New England Conservatory of Music. I mention New England Conservatory of Music, but for the rest of my life, I represent Clark Atlanta University, one exceptional university. And for that reason, I represent Dr. Alfred D. Wyatt. And these are my couple of remembrance points. Dr. Wyatt was a unique director in my life. He had the calmness of a river, the leadership qualities of a lion, and the long-term commitment and stability of an oak tree. He is the reason I applied for and received an academic scholarship, the reason I stayed in the marching band, and the reason I became a charter member of Iota Tau of the great Kappa Kappa Psi National Honorary Band Fraternity. Thank you.
Guys, I'm Sean Donovan, former drum major from 92 to 95 of the mighty Clark Atlanta University Mighty Marching Panthers. Thank you. Dr. Wyatt had this way of talking without talking. Silent. He taught me so many life lessons. One of the most influential was not having to be loud to be heard. I came from Southwest DeKalb High School, and at the time, amen. the most prominent high school band in the country. Yeah. Bunch of Doug Astros behind me. But I came in pretty cocky. Had a big chip on my shoulder, loud, just arrogant. One day he sat me down and he quoted Luke 14. He said that he that exalts himself shall be humbled, and he that humbleth himself shall be exalted. I didn't have to draw attention to myself to be noticed, but just be humble and allow others to see what he saw in me. That was it. God bless y'all. Thank you.
Well, obviously, great minds think alike. Dr. Early, we're going to probably have to get together and work out some things regarding this scholarship because, as a charter line of Iota Tau, we have agreed to establish a scholarship in Dr. Wyatt's honor. It will be given to the student during homecoming who most exemplifies the characteristics that Dr. Wyatt would most be proud: leadership, teamwork, discipline, musicianship, kindness, supports the band program, and strives for the highest. Of course, it will require an application, a written statement as to why they feel worthy of the scholarship, and a vote of confidence from the band director. We are all blessed to have had the opportunity to be impacted by such a genuinely good man, classy and sophisticated. And lastly, and in the spirit of Dr. Wyatt, remember, it's nice to be important, but it's important to be nice. Thank you.
So next we will have, again, thank you so much to the charter line member of Kappa Kappa Psi, National Honorary Band Fraternity Incorporated, Iota Tau chapter. So next we will have two more selections from the Metro Atlanta Community Band.
absolutely appropriate that this tune is being played tonight. Last time it was played, Dr. Wyatt was band director. There's some students here, if you would stand up, that played this when we first did it. It has not been, yes, it's not been performed since you guys did it. So it's original, and one of the several pieces I wrote for Clark's band, for the Mighty Marching Panthers band. I wrote this. The copyright date is 1987. It's my job as resident funk master of this group that I make sure that the funk lives. So that's what we're going to do. We're going to go to the land of funk right now. All right. Hope you enjoy it. Okay. Everybody ready? Ready? first got here in Atlanta, I came down from Detroit. I tell people I escaped from Detroit in 1975. I got here and played with a group for a while, and a gentleman by the name of Charles Bradley, who was the director of the Emory Wind Ensemble at the time, told me to go over and asked me if I had a degree. I spent 4.5 years at Michigan State majoring in staying out of Vietnam. Which I was successful at doing that. So I came down here. I'd never even heard of Clark College. And Bradley told me to go. He asked me if I had a degree. I was like, nah, go see Dr. Wyatt. Okay, so it took me about a year. But I came over here, and Dr. Wyatt listened to me play, and he said, if you can get in school, we'll get you some money. I was like, yeah, I've been in, I was at Michigan State. I know I can get in school. That's no problem. So I did get in school here, and thanks to Dr. Wyatt, I graduated. I was his assistant from 83 to 93. I was Dr. Patterson's assistant from 1977, which was I started my first year. He was ill, and he would not let anyone take the jazz orchestra, except me. And so I was his assistant from 77 to 93, and Wyatt's assistant from 83 to 93. And I got to say this about both gentlemen: they prepared me well. And my work at Clark is in payment for the debt that I owe Clark College, Clark College family. Thank you, everybody.
Is it on? Okay, good. Yeah, give another applause for the Metropolitan Atlanta Community Band. Thank you again. So next we have the esteemed pleasure to bring to the stage Miss Ashante Griffin, our Vice President of the CAU Alumni Music Association.
Hi, good afternoon, everyone. Like Paul said, I'm Ashante Griffin. I am a 2011 graduate of the Department of Music. I graduated with a vocal performance degree, and I also sung in the Philharmonic Society. And yes, and I'm also a member of the Sigma chapter of Delta Sigma Theta, so everyone's talking about Beta Psi, so yes. I am the Vice President of the Alumni Music Association, and we are trying to highlight our gems that have come through the music department. So as you can see, if you were here from when we did the honoring of Dr. Patterson and now Dr. Wyatt, we have a lot of history that has come through the department and that has come through this school, and nobody will celebrate us like us. So we want to make sure that we honor those people that have done great things through music and through Clark Atlanta University. So if you have not had the chance to scan the QR code on your way in, please do so as you exit. One of the things that we do in the Alumni Music Association is try to give scholarships to current students. So we are also raising money in Dr. Wyatt's name to give a scholarship to a student, just as we did with Dr. Patterson's event. So we have a short clip from one of our scholarship recipients from the past event that we would like for you to watch.
Hi, I am Autumn Star Swain. I typically go by Star. I am currently classified sophomore at Clark Atlanta, the illustrious Clark Atlanta University. I am in the process of changing my major actually to music education, currently a vocal studies student, but I will be a music education major. I'm passionate about music for many reasons. I've been passionate about music since I was 3 or 4 years old. I come from a musical family. My brother sings, my sisters sing. My dad was a 90s rapper. Music has just been a wonderful part of my life and a release in so many different ways. I am currently in the Philharmonic Society, an officer on the E-board, and being in this society has impacted my life in so many different ways. Being that I am a music major, I get to go every day outside of just doing the grunt work. I get to go and just sing songs that I love and be around people that love the same thing as me and are just as passionate. I get the opportunity to talk to people that will be doing that do the exact same thing I will be doing very soon after I graduate. I get to ask them questions about the music. I get to ask them about opportunities. I get one-on-one time with them, and that is something that I will remember for the rest of my life. And the things that they bring to the table is something that actually helps me in my major. There's been days where I come in and I just ask them, hey, what is the theory behind this? Or why did the composer do this? And that has been a wonderful part of my day. My contribution, being that I am a member on the e-board, I am the secretary and the librarian, I get to make sure that everybody's organized. And that is one of my passions besides music. It's just being organized and structured. People have been drawn to me because of my lively personality, as some say, and that has helped us secure opportunities. We as a choir as a whole get to go to different events and sing different songs where we can network and talk to more people. Like, we're currently in the process of trying to go on tour, and I remember last year at one of the alumni events talking to the alumni about this to set the process off. You know, my future in music is so important to me, and being in a space where I get to make these connections with so many different people from different parts of the country doing so many different things and such different things than what I am doing, honestly, is a blessing. I can't think of anywhere else that I would be to get this opportunity for free. I get to talk to the finance majors, the theater majors, make things happen. The amount of times that we've done different projects outside of choir, because this connection has made our bond stronger. Choir has an enormous impact on not just mine, but everyone in choir and anyone that hears the choir. They are touched. We are touched by what we do. Music is such a therapeutic part of people, and I am proud. I am very, very proud to be in the Philharmonic Society. What an illustrious name that the Philharmonic Society carries, and I am very thankful to be a part of this, and I'm very thankful for the opportunity to just share this and to share my story and my love for it. So thank you.
So again, if you have the opportunity, please give. I'm also a current high school choral director, and like she said, we're able to experience different things through music, and one thing that we all want for our students, we want for ourselves, we want for the current college students is to become lifelong musicians. Like Dr. Early said, a lot of these people are practicing professionals, they're also music educators, and we just want to make sure that we're able to pour into the students that are here currently. If we can do that financially, then please do so. So now we, on behalf of the Alumni Music Association, would like to present the family of Dr. Wyatt with a plaque to honor his life and legacy for what he's done through Clark Atlanta and the Metro Atlanta area. We've heard from his former students and colleagues about how great of a man he was, and we just appreciate the time that we've had with him, and we appreciate his service and everything that he's done for music and through music. So rushing outside of the house, I apologize, I left it at home, but I will coordinate with you all to give it to you. But we just want to say thank you so much on behalf of your father. He was a great person, he was a great musician, and we just wanted to make sure that you all know how much we appreciated him and what he's done. Thank you.
All right, the 6 gentlemen coming up next have been pretty busy over the past 3 decades. Walk on the wild side with me for a little bit, guys. Just a couple of days ago, a couple of them were performing with Andre 3000 at the Variety Playhouse, right? In 2019, while another one had scored and arranged the Welcome to Atlanta opening commercial for the NFL Super Bowl 53, he arranged, you listening? Okay, he arranged the music. Two of them were performing the halftime show with Big Boy of Outkast and Maroon 5. These are all products, y'all, of Dr. Alfred D. Wyatt Sr. Now, nearly all of them are owners and leaders of their own pro bands or band educational programs and making their marks as professionals. So y'all, round of applause, please, for these alum, just us. Not only are they musicians, but they can sing too, y'all. Dr. Wyatt made sure of it.
All right. My name is Billy Jones, class of 93.
Phil Davis, class of 91.
Jerry Freeman, class of 94, trumpet player.
Jason Freeman, 95.
James Anderson, 90.
Sorry about that.
James Anderson.
Glenn Purdue, class of 97. So I guess before we perform, all right, so first of all, none of us are vocal majors. All of us were participants in all of the band organizations at Clark Atlanta University. And like Jolene said, we are a direct product of what I like to call our three musical fathers. That would be David Byrd, Dr. Patterson, and of course, Dr. Wyatt. And we owe them a debt that we can never repay, you know, just for them nurturing us and giving us the courage to do stuff like this. And if you want to know our backstory, read the bio, it's pretty long. So this is one of the songs that Dr. Wyatt would allow us to sing at our band spring concert. And this is called Walk on the Wild Side. Sinner, 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 the odds are going to heaven, the odds are going to heaven, the odds are going to heaven, a 6 to 1, 6 to 1. Sinner, hear what I'm saying, oh sinner, you've been not praying, Lord you know it's 1 day of praying and 6 nights of fun. You better believe that the odds are going to heaven, a 6 to 1. Wow, wow. You walk on the wild side, you better walk home, cause if you stumble, Satan is waiting to take your hand. You walk on the wild side, you better cross over into the promised land. Lord, you know it's 1 day of praying and 6 nights of fun. You better believe that the odds are going to heaven, a 6 to 1. Wow. You walk on the wild side, you better walk home, cause if you stumble, Satan is waiting to take your hand. You walk on the wild side, you better cross over into the promised land. Lord, you know it's 1 day of praying and 6 nights of fun. You better believe that the odds are going to heaven. But the odds are going to heaven, but the odds are going to heaven. The odds are going to heaven, but the odds are going to the odds are going to heaven, but the odds are going to heaven. The odds are going to heaven, but the odds are going to be 61. 61, 61, 61, 61, 61, 61, 61, 61, 61, 61, 61. 61, 61, 61, 61, 61, 5, 4, 3, 2. 1 day of praying and 6 nights of fun. Bop, 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 bop. 6 to 1. 6 to 1. nights of fun. Woo! 6 to 1. You better come. The odds are not on your side. Everybody's walking his hand. Walking the hay. He's the one in the hay. He's the one in the hay. He's just around the corner. All the devil wants is your hand. Your hand. It's a wild. It's a wild. It's a wild. It's a wild. The odds are going to heaven at 6 to 1. Bop, 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 bow.
Well, all right.
Okay.
Did they not get down? Oh my goodness. Jeez, my husband and my brother-in-law, the odds of going to heaven is 6 to 1. My best buddies out there, Billy, y'all, woo, jeez. Glenn, y'all got me one of the encore.
Amen.
Phil? All right, listen, that was amazing. Y'all, one more round of applause for just absolutely. All right, y'all, so we just gave this great round of applause for these guys. Just us, they're guys, musicians, but they were taught by a man like Dr. Alfred D. Wyatt Sr., whose passion, y'all, for bands here at CAU, they never wavered. His passion for us never wavered. And we're going to show you proof. Check this out.
This is Alfred Wyatt Sr.
Pay close attention to
I'm sitting in the office of the band director at Clark Atlanta University. And though I'm an alumnus of this university, I'm calling on all alumni to come and play with us for homecoming. We are suffering for not only size, but the importance of quality for the band. We need you. We'd love to have you here for homecoming. It would be a great get-together if we come together and represent the band in the quality that we have always known. We need you, and we need you now. I hope to see you very, very soon to make this band bigger and better. Look forward to seeing you.
So y'all, a few years back, at 85 years old, Dr. Wyatt did an all-call for CAU marching band alumni to perform in homecoming because the band was suffering, and they had very few members at the time. Anya James actually recorded that video for us, and she sent that video out to the masses. And guess what? Thank you for saying what. That's my boss, y'all. Thank you, Dr. Lucas. He asked for us to come, and guess what? We came. We came in numbers, we came. We had fancy T-shirts with the logo on it. Jerry was running around getting them printed with his printer. And when I say, y'all, we hit that field like it was 1980, whatever that year was, right? That's what we did. And we came because he called on us. So without further ado, guys, I want to introduce you all to the band that has performed and been featured in 20th Century Fox's movie Drumline, performed in 7 Honda Battle of the Band competitions, highlighted in a national McDonald's commercial, featured in the Atlanta Falcons Championship Parade, and on BET's Hip Hop Recently national broadcast. So Dr. Wyatt's, now Dr. Goodson's, Clark Atlanta University Mighty Marching Panthers. Check out the music board.
So again, another round of applause for the CAU Mighty Marching Panthers Band under the direction of Mr. Torrey Goodson. Thank you again.
Yeah.
Well, Jolene, it's definitely a pleasure hosting with you this evening.
Been a wonderful, wonderful afternoon and evening, Paul. Thank you so very much. I know we've got some acknowledgments to do.
Yes, yes.
Hey, Jolene, tell them what your role was in the band. Please. Yes. Your historic role in the band. Stop playing, Jolene.
We'll go ahead, Jolene. All of the best has spoken.
See, I was just trying to go have some cheese and some meat for the reception. So I'm just going to say this little quick story, y'all. Dr. Wyatt was very connected with all the band directors in the city of Atlanta. And if anybody knows anything back in our time, our bands were outstanding and very competitive in the Atlanta public school system, okay? We were good. We were good. Most of us were all state, musicians, and we would see each other and compete against each other. I mentioned that, I'm a Mays High Raider, and I kind of married into the Douglas High Astro family. No, I married an Astro, but it's all in fun. But seriously, it was so serious, and Dr. Wyatt knew everybody, so he would come to all the schools, and he would audition us, and we all got scholarships, right? So I got a full 4-year scholarship to attend Clark Atlanta in a marching band and concert band. However, I didn't want to stay home. I wanted to go away to college, so I went to Johnson C. Smith University my freshman year, a Golden Bull back here, and he gave me a 4-year scholarship there as well. I got several. But I got up there, y'all, and the story is, after my freshman year, the band director didn't have my money for my last 3 years. So let me tell you about let me tell you about the level of just the heart and the level of professionalism and the love and the goodness of Dr. Alfred D. Wyatt Sr. I called him back. I said, Dr. Wyatt, this man, because I was mad at the band director, this man didn't have my money for my last 3 years to finish college, sir, and my parents were disabled. They were both on fixed income. They couldn't afford to send me to college. I said, sir, would you please still honor my scholarship? And Dr. Wyatt said, come on home, baby. So I transferred back here to Atlanta, moved in the courts, and I finished my 3 years in college here. But during that time, to Billy's point, they had never had a female drum major, and I happened to have been drum major at Mays High School in high school as well. So I just love music and band and blah, blah, blah. So what was his name? My big brother, Rodney Cohen, was graduating, Dr. Cohen's son. And so he went and talked to Dr. Wyatt, and he said, Dr. Wyatt, I'm sorry, but I've seen Jolene. The girl is bad. You need to. He said, I ain't never had no girl drum major before. He was the first now. He was the first drum major, period. So he was like, I don't know, let me check her out. Y'all, by the end of the week, Dr. Wyatt called me to the band room. He whispered, he says, you made drum major. So he made me the first female drum major in the history of this institution. Woo! I owe it. And so Gina, thank y'all so much for the love. I love my band family. I really do, and without them. And Gina and Alfred, let me just tell you, thank you from the bottom of my heart and my parents, because they also knew your dad very well, very well. And on behalf of everybody else, for loaning your dad to us. Thank you for loaning and sharing him with us. Thank you. So with that, we've got a couple of special announcements. I got to thank Dean Udoka, Sylvanus Udoka. He is the Dean of the School of Business. You guys know that we are highly ranked, our School of Business. I have to thank our provost, Dr. Charlene Gilbert, because they came through for us for the reception. And I want to thank Alumni Relations for the proclamation, and any and everybody that's had a hand in this event this evening. Thank you so very much for this. And my boss, I'm smart, I got to get my check. Dr. Richard Lucas, he is the Vice President of Institutional Advancement here at Clark College University. So please go on the website and give back to your university, y'all. They need it. The students need it, right? Come on now.
And I would also like to give acknowledgments to my executive board of the CAU Alumni Music Association.
Yes.
Ashante Griffin, Vice President. Prentice Scott, Treasurer. Raymond Wilkes, Parliamentarian. Sharice Colborn, Recording Secretary. Jamie Cooley, Corresponding Secretary. And Historian Ronnie Nelson. And I also want to, definitely cannot do the work without my executive board, so I definitely appreciate them so very much. I also want to give a shout out to the Metropolitan Atlanta Community Band for doing such an amazing job. And more specifically, James Hudson, a member of the Metropolitan Band. I know he's definitely struggled a lot to get, where is he available? Where? Oh, okay. Yes, thank you, Mr. Hudson. I also see Dr. Phil Patterson here as well. Glad to have you here. I'm sorry, James Patterson. I'm sorry, my apology, Dr. James Patterson.
All right, so at this time, we're going to all stand for our alma mater from Clark College University's Philharmonic Society, and thank you so very much for joining us.
Calling thy sons and thy daughters so true. Great Clark Atlanta, we rally to you. Reign alma mater, our hearts be thy throne. Great Clark Atlanta, thou reignest alone. Reign Clark Atlanta, thou reignest, reignest. Reign Clark Atlanta, thou reignest alone.
Also, the QR code, if we can pull that back up, please remember to donate. Donate. We definitely need funds in order to fund our scholarships, in order to fund our students. So please and thank you. The family of Dr. Wyatt, if you could please come to the front so we can take pictures, greatly appreciated. Thank you. So the code is up here. So please donate.